What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of C# for beginners. Now, we just went over what variables are and the different data types we can use, but now let's actually write a program that can actually get input from the user and actually do something with these variables, because right now they're utterly useless. So, first of all, we're going to ask the user what their name is and just send them a nice little greeting message. So we'll say console.writeLine, what is your name? And then this is something new, so we'll make a string called name, and we'll set this equal to console, not writeLine, but readLine, which basically gets a string from the user. So we're going to get a string from the user and stick it into the name variable. Then after this, we can do console.writeLine, and here we can say hello, and then right here, before I don't think I showed you this, but before all we could do in this write line is just write everything between the parentheses, but that is not entirely true. We can actually have the parentheses here, then outside of the parentheses we can do a plus sign and write a variable that we want to print. So name, so this is going to say hello, then it's going to actually print whatever we wrote up here. So if we enter Jeffrey, this is going to say hello Jeffrey. So it doesn't print the actual word's name, it prints what is stored in the variable name. Now after this, we can actually do another plus sign and add more quotes, or actually these are technically strings right here. These are strings. I just didn't tell you that before. So it'll say, hello, Jeffrey, or Bob, or whatever. Let's put a period. That is a nice name. And a smiley face, because we're happy. Now, and then we also got to do our console.readLine. That way the program doesn't close automatically. Let's go ahead and run this. And we'll see what is your name. And we'll say Timothy. Hello, Timothy. That is a nice name. So there we go. That's how you get string input from the user. I'll show you now how to get integer input. And it's basically the same thing for all the other things. So we can say console.writeLine, how old are you? And we'll do int age equals console.readLine. But this is not going to work. This is not going to work. So what we need to do is int32 dot parse, and then surround this within these parentheses, and that's how you get an int input, because it's going to say how old are you. Console.readLine will give us a string, but strings can't be inside a integer. Like if we entered tomatoes, we can't set the integer age equal to tomatoes. It makes no sense. So we surround it with int32.parse, which is basically going to find a number in the string and convert it to an actual int, not a string. So that's how you get integer input. And then we can say console.writeLine, I'm that old too. And console.readLine, so it doesn't close automatically. And if we go ahead and run it, we can say, how old are you? 90. I'm that old too. Actually, let's say there we go. Now this should actually print out the number, so we'll say 22. I'm 22, old too. Okay, doesn't make much sense, but that's beyond the point. Now, I also said I was going to show you how to add integers, so let's just not get input for a minute. Let's just have two integers. We'll have two integers, one called A, and this will be 40, and one called B, and this is 20, 20. And then we can make one more integer called answer, and set this equal to A plus B, just like that. And it does exactly what you would think it would do. It adds A and B and stores that into the variable answer. So we could do console.writeLine and put an answer. And if we run this, we will see it says 60, which is correct. We can also do A minus B, and that'll get us 20. And there's also times B, which is actually an asterisk, as you can see. Not an X. Do not put an X or that will not work. And we also have divide, which is going to give us 2. So that's the basic operations. We'll go more in depth on some other operations we can do as they come up. But right now, this is all you really need to know. You can do quite a bit with this. And, just go ahead and feel free to mess around with this and try to make that program I was talking about, that the kindergarten program. So make a program that asks, what is the child's name, what is their gender, and what is their age, and then have it printed out. Go ahead and try that. So thank you for watching. It really helps me out if you would leave a like or subscribe or both. That way I know that these videos are not made in vain, but if you don't want to, that's fine either way. Anyways, bye.